Good evening and welcome to the City of Oak Park Heights Park Commission meeting for Monday, April 17th, 2023. I hereby call the meeting to order. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Meeting is called to order, and first order of business is to welcome our newest commissioner. John Marquand went through the process and won out our admiration, and we're so happy to have him with us for a term of office here. Thank you. Secondly is, you might hear it even in my voice, my health is not that good tonight. I'm asking George Hepner as vice chair to take over.
All right, can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
I make a motion to approve the agenda.
All right, can I get a second?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Let's take a look at the Parks and Trails minutes from the March 20th meeting. And if there are no adjustments needed there, I'll take a motion to approve those also.
I make a motion we approve the March 20th meeting minutes.
All
I'll
right.
second.
Second, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. And we're on to the department and liaison reports. First one, arborist report. Lisa?
Yeah, good evening, everyone. I've just got a few items for tonight. First off, Arbor Day will be Friday, April 28th this year. And the month of May will be Arbor Month in the city of Oak Park Heights. Like I said at the last meeting, we'll have that activity book available again to whoever. Either you can pick up a copy or it'll be on the city website. Jen put together like a PDF link for it last year. The second item for tonight that I have is we received our 2022 Tree City USA Award. So we now have been a Tree City USA for 41 years.
That's amazing. Wonderful.
Yeah, and then Save a Tree started the spring ash tree removals work today. The first 50 ash trees as part of the 2022 Minnesota DNR preparing for EAB grant. It's part of that project. So an additional 50 trees will also be removed. And then we will eventually get the planting list together and 110 trees will be planted. All of the trees to be removed are on that list are located along the city boulevard right-of-ways. And they have emerald ash borer infestations. So the stumps will be ground out when the weather is better and whatnot. So the trees, though, will be down by May 1st. Stumps will follow shortly after.
Will they be replaced?
Yes. Not every tree will be replaced, but we're replacing more trees than removing. So,
That's good to hear.
yeah, that'll just be a separate project. So
Okay.
Any other
That's-
questions?
it that I have for tonight.
How are you guys handling all the trees that were damaged in the park and stuff?
Yep,
It's, yeah.
I'll report on that.
Okay, got it.
All right, thank you. Public Works, Andy?
Yep, so what I was gonna say is that we haven't really done a whole lot in the parks as of at this point in the year, which is to be expected, but as you folks know, that we did lose a lot of boulevard trees, or not trees, but branches in this April 1st storm. We have not yet picked them up, but we will start doing that this week. We've been pothole patching, we just got a whole list of other priorities, and so the crew will start working on that this week. In terms of down trees in parks, that's something that we'll do operationally as part of our normal, either we'll take care of it or have St. Croix Tree or Save a Tree remove those trees. So Jennifer, there was an email, I think it was from, maybe Eric sent it, or did, over the weekend, about residents being able to bring their debris to, is it the,
The Bellwin Conservancy, yes. Yep, so the Washington County worked out an agreement with Bellwin, which is a nature conservancy over in Lakeland, to allow residents only, no commercial contractor or companies, but residents only, to drop off any yard debris, any tree debris over at their site. And so if you go onto our city website, right on the main page, you'll see the hours and information on that opportunity.
Is this out by the ball fields?
Yeah.
It is right next to Lucy Winton Bell, yep.
Okay.
Correct, yes.
Anything else, Andy?
no, that'll do it for now.
All right. On to visitor public comment. No visitors this evening. Public hearing, none there. Old business, none listed. And we're on to new business, the memorial bench donation for Autumn Hills Park. Who's going to speak?
Lisa, why don't you go ahead?
Lisa going to speak to that?
Sure. So a Bay Port resident named Lisa Martinez contacted, I believe it was you, Jen, last spring. And she was deciding with her son on a memorial bench for Autumn Hills Park in memorial of her husband, John, who had passed away. And then this year she decided to pursue that. So I put together a memo, some photos, a description about why they would like to have a bench at Autumn Hills for John, the cost of the donation, and basically what we need to do to proceed with this would be for you all to suggest to the council if you would like to recommend them to consider the donation from the Martinez family for this bench.
So is there any reason why we wouldn't do that? Would be my first question. Second one is there a consistent style of bench or plaque that goes on? Has this been done before? Is this the first time?
We've done it before. We've got one to put out still this year. That was from last year. And these folks are going with the, I guess you could call it the upgraded option. Basically, I put together two options. The first one, or the one we did in 2020 at Autumn Hills Park, that bench we are no longer able to get. So I picked something similar and put together that option with the upgraded option, and she chose the upgraded one. But moving ahead, we'd like to keep them all similar.
Yeah.
So
Well, and I think even the, whatever kind of plaque, like you gave us about half a dozen or so possibilities there, it'd be nice to
Yeah.
have the same
this
kind
is
of
going to be
plaque.
the round one. The photo there of those plaques, that was from the original, what do you call it? Original thing I put together when I found that one as an additional option. So,
Yeah, I'm not so concerned about what it is, but just that we kind of, if this, first of all, I think we should really publicize and thank that family in a newsletter or however we're doing that. But I think going forward, if we could get the same kind of bench and the same kind of plaque,
yeah, keep them all
it would just
uniform.
look, like if you put 4 of them up in Autumn Hills eventually, it'd be nice to have the same kind of bench going around rather than
Yeah.
everybody trying to upstage everybody else by getting a sharper bench
Yep.
or something.
If I might add just a little piece here, Lisa actually has been doing this for years, but, and so you probably don't even know that there are several of these benches out and about unless you see the plaque. I do believe we do have a policy, and that's why she's bringing this to you. This is probably one of
Yep.
the first times, simply because we wanted to follow the policy. So she's going to bring this to you folks, just like anything. You will make a recommendation, then we'll go to the city council. And
And the policy for the donation is included in the packet, page 7. along with the application that goes with the policy is page 6.
Yeah.
So,
So Lisa does a good job with this. The benches will blend in
Obviously.
very well
Yeah.
with the rest of the.
and the bench that she has here as her option is as close to that one we did in 2020 that
Yeah.
we can find. So,
Well, it touches my heart to see the letter and to know that you were able to put this together so beautifully and professionally. I appreciate that.
you're welcome.
I think it's a great idea. I love the idea that they want it at this particular park because they have their hearts there.
Right.
And it would be nice if we could even do, as you're saying, George, publicize it a little bit to say, hey, stop and give yourself a rest on that bench.
Yep.
And maybe we could get other people to be thinking about it more, because it would be nice to have some at every park, a few of these benches.
I think we actually, I think we do. I think we do have one at every
Really
park,
do.
maybe except for Swagger, but other than that, I think
Yeah.
we have a
Then we're gonna
donation
have
bench
to-
at every park.
Pay attention when we do our spring walk around this time,
The
because
other-
that's worth looking at.
Yeah, the one we have to install this year is going behind City Hall, kind of
Oh, sure.
near Old Field.
Okay,
So on the way to Swagger.
yeah, that's nice.
So do these have to be on a piece of cement, or, okay? I make a motion we recommend this goes to the city council unless anybody has any other questions or additions.
No, a second.
Okay, we've had a motion and a second. All those in favor
Aye.
of making the recommendation to the city council signify by saying aye.
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 Oppose? Thank you. And our second piece of new business is the Brecky Park ball field improvements, including the Twins Community Fund grant. Lisa, you going to speak to that one also?
I'll speak to
Andy's
this
got
one.
that
Okay, Andy.
Yep. So this is a bit of good news, and basically I'm bringing this to you folks just to share, and it's for information only. There were some timelines involved, and so we had to move forward on it and get city council approval before our park commission meeting. So what we have is, I think we've talked about before, the backstops at the Brecky Fields, they need some help. We had expected this project to cost about $40,000. We have it in our CIP, we have it in our budget. But this grant came along that Lisa found, and so we got to thinking, and Lisa filled out the grant paperwork. She did an excellent job, and we were awarded $5,000 from the, let me get this right, the Minnesota Twins Community Fund and its cornerstone partners. And so, of course, then we sought quotes to replace the backstops from a fencing company. And to our surprise, we actually got a quote to replace both of them for $15,250, not $40,000. Wow. So with that grant, that brings the total cost of this project down to about just over $10,000.
Wow.
And so the city council did approve this at their meeting last week. And so this is happening, but I thought I should share that this is a good thing. We're gonna replace those backstops, and Lisa did all the work, so she gets
Good for you,
the
Lisa.
kudos on this
Yay.
one. And I wanted to make sure to say that.
Well, we always have appreciated both of you. And Lisa, I just see the quality in everything you present to us. I really do.
Yeah, so this project, obviously, we're not going to jump on this in the spring because we do have the Valley Athletic Association that reserves those fields, I think beginning in May and then through the summer. So this will start after that's over, probably right around the time soccer is starting. It's that late summer, early fall, sometime around there. So,
So we'll have the old equipment
Yep.
for this season.
Yep.
But know that right in the fall, this will be your first project, right?
you bet.
Wonderful.
Yep.
Yeah, my only request is that we keep those signs up, no hitting into
Yes,
fence,
sir.
because you can, I mean, that really, the proposed new backstop really looks nice. It'd be nice to keep it like that and not let some Runyons come and start hitting balls into the fence and dent that sucker the way the old one was, so.
I agree. Yep.
Other than that, that's a great improvement there, I think. Now, you're gonna have to move the whole field then forward a bit? Is that-
Slightly, a few feet. We'll see what we can do. We're gonna get that backstop, the lower field backstop out of the drainage ditch. I
Yep.
think that's why you see the thing heaving, the foundations are heaving, and that causes it to bend. So yeah, we're gonna pull that forward a little bit, and then we might have to extend the
Infield a
aggregate
little bit, yeah.
A little bit too.
Yeah.
But, so the fencing company's gonna replace the fencing, and then our staff is gonna do the work around the dugouts in the field. So we'll do what needs to be done.
Well, there again, I think, you know, and I would hope we would do this anyhow, but I hope this gets publicized, you know, and I think that was part of the Twins' request. You
It
might
was.
have to, you know.
Yep. Yep.
That's
But
a-
here again, is there any way we can put up signs or make it even a stipulation of this group that comes in there and is overseeing the youngsters using this field to say, you know, if we keep getting reports of kids climbing it and pushing it more forward, that they could lose the right to use that part of the park then.
Yeah, yeah. Signs are helpful to a certain extent, but yeah, I mean,
But at least it's something up there so that maybe a parent would say, oh, hey, wait a minute, you shouldn't
Sure.
be doing that.
sure, yep. Little helpful guidance,
Yeah,
if you will. As a part of the, if you look at the acceptance of the grant requirements, I do believe that they will also be providing a placard stating that some funding was from the Minnesota Twins.
That's
So we'll be
cool.
required
Yeah.
to put that up. Maybe that can go on the signage board.
On the
with
signage.
the other one.
say, the Minnesota Twins don't climb
Yeah.
their backstops.
Right.
Well, thanks for working on that.
Oh.
That's a good improvement for Brecky, I think.
Yeah.
This is a very impressive application, too, the grant application.
Yeah, Lisa spent, how many hours do you think? Maybe
Maybe a day.
over the course of a week, maybe 8
Yeah.
hours. Yeah.
Wow.
So there's a decent amount of time put into it.
Yeah, it
Not
shows,
The other one.
Yeah.
it shows.
All righty. Any other comments about Brecky Park? All right. Next item is informational. Our next meeting is Monday, May 15th, 5:30. And the next council meeting is Tuesday, April 25th at 6 o'clock. And-
Members of the commission, could I just tell you a
Yep.
couple of things that are coming at you for the May meeting? First of all, Annie, our summer park program coordinator, she's put together a really wonderful program for the summer, and she'd like to present that to you. So we did just publish a newsletter that'll be hitting mailboxes probably toward the end of this week, which will have her entire schedule in there. It's also on the city's website, and she would like to come to the commission and tell you what she's got going on. Secondly, we've got Washington County is working on a regional trail connection plan to try to make a regional trail connection throughout the whole valley here, from north of Stillwater all the way down to Lakeland. And so they've been working on some route ideas, and they'd like to come to the Parks and Trails Commission and show you what they've been working on, and maybe get open it up for questions from you. So I'll have material for that. That'll be in your packet for next time. And then third, we will have our annual meeting. So every year, the commission does hold an annual meeting where we vote officers. So that would be your chair and your vice chair for the next 2-year term. So that'll be 3 wonderful things coming at you for your May 15th meeting.
And then do we normally wait until June to do our park walkthrough, or what
That was
month
my
is
next
that?
question, yeah.
Yeah, so, we'll talk about that next time, what we want to
Okay.
do, because I think we can probably find a better way to do it. It's been kind of, we want to try to streamline it a little bit, so we're working on that. So I'll either bring that up in May or June.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, thanks for that. Could I get a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
All right, second.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Thank you.
Very efficient meeting.
Yeah, I know.
It was a quick one.
Good job. Thank you.
They don't
so
always
much.
go